All right, well, it is Saturday, a week later from the last video, I think, or honestly, I don't remember when the last video was, but anyway, it's Saturday. On Thursday night, came out and did some work. I'll show you guys what I did. And then last night, which was Friday, did some more work, and here we are. We're just about done with the pocket kit, the whole thing. So let me show you guys where I am. All right, so on Friday night or Thursday night, came out and dug into anywhere I thought there would be a possible weak point where the weld, I couldn't get the, where I didn't get the root of the weld down in there deep. And so here we go, and I am still learning this whole welding thing. It's a blast, I gotta tell you. I'm really enjoying myself, but here we go. So everything is solid, and then I did some grinding that night, and then last night I came out and ground the rest of it off. Had one side, I don't remember which side, if it was the passenger or driver's side, but I ground down the rest of those welds. There were a lot of welds that I had to do, but I got in with the cutoff wheel and I really dug into anywhere I thought would be a structural problem. And so this is what we look like, guys. This is what we're looking like with everything set. I've got the notches here, and for the reverse side leaf springs, everything's in. Made it up right here. The sides, we're all dialed in now. Everything should be good. I'm gonna see if one of my neighbors will come over and help me flip the frame, and then I'll check these guys again, make sure that they're level, and then I'm gonna weld those guys in, burn those guys in, and we'll be done with this whole process. So pretty stoked, happy, excited, elated. It's taken a lot longer. Guys, remember, if you are doing this and you're just going in a straight line, or I overbuilt this. I don't know anybody else that's gone through doing all this extra stuff. If you're doing it, all you have to do is cut in. Please check out Brad at Montana Garage. The way he did it, you just cut in, drop the C-notch in, and it's good to go. If you are using the RideTech leaf springs, though, the composite leaf springs, you're probably going to have to do something like this, where you have a step down so that it has plenty of clearance. So that's what I got done. And then last night I also had some time to do some more welding, and I thought I would finish burning in the rest of this frame bracing kit. Now, I wanted to show you guys, when I was watching another guy's video this week, and he was talking about how he did his pocket kit, and he was pretty smart. I wish I would have watched it again. He used this exterior mounting that the leaf springs were in before, and he ran a bolt through here once he cut the pocket in, and used the alignment of the original bolt hole and ran it through, and that lined up his pocket. So that was a pretty trick way to do it. I like the way he did that. So everybody's got their own way of doing it. My way's probably not the best, but it's the way that I did it. And if you guys are interested and you like it, that's cool. If not, that's the way I did it. And appreciate you guys' comments and checking it out, if nothing else. So this is what I did. Starting to get my welds are getting a little bit better. At least I think so. Getting through here. This one was bad, though. I think I had the tip too far away, and so the shielding gas wasn't on it. But these other guys, then I came over to this one, got down a lot closer, burned that in, got up along the sides here, around down in here. These guys are all done. Welded these guys in. Welded up through there on the inside, and on the back side over here. Welded front of this down here and across there. I had to cut this guy and drop him down a little bit. And I think it might be because this frame was in a collision at one time, and so it's just off a little bit. So we got this right here, burned around there. This whole side here, burned. Getting a little bit better, Welds are getting a little bit better. I definitely think they're gonna stick. I don't think there's any problem with that. Yeah, so I got this guy burned in, front and back. And this guy over here, So, frame bracing kit, done. Oops. Hey, that's my little measurement I had on the wall. Came flying down. I have to put that back up. All right, so the pockets are in, both sides. C-notches are in, both sides. I wouldn't recommend, like I did, putting in the long slats. I would recommend welding the exterior of the frame to the pocket kit itself, but I would do plug welds instead of that. Remember, it did the heat that I put in, put a little bit of warp in on this side right over here. I'm gonna have to bend it out just a little bit. It came in a little bit on the side there. When I tried to bend it, I actually pushed this side in a little bit, so I have to push that out. But other than that, everything is welded in, solid. Yeah, time to flip it over and finish this project. Well, guys, we made it. This is the last video for the RideTech StreetGRIP mono leaf spring and CPP pocket kit on a Tri-5 Chevy. In this case, a 55 Chevy frame. Here we go. I will flip it around and show you the finished work. All right, so here we go. So everything's lining up and nice and straight. There's, you can see here, guys, we have plenty of room now as we articulate to the back of the frame. I know why in some of the videos I was saying forward, but it's because I was facing that direction, but moving to the back of the frame. It's the back of the frame. So there we go. Everything's in. Everything's welded in. Got this guy all welded in, front and back. It's good to go. All those are good. Around driver's side as well. That one got kind of munched, didn't look as good, but got the other ones in. Okay, and then I will paint everything once I get it done. Still have to put the crossbar in. And what else? I have to weld up, so when I put in the pockets, remember I made a little relief cut here, so I've got to weld those little pieces in. And that's it though, we're pretty much done. So let's check here. I think I've got my measuring tape. See here. All right. And we are at 57 inches right there. The middle, 57 inches. So we got it. Good to go. Thanks, guys, for checking this out. HPI Customs frame bracing kit is in. I know some people said they could do it a lot cheaper. That's fine. For me, this worked out great. It's what I've got for my dad's suspension, or my dad's chassis here. For mine, I've got the Art Morrison X member that goes in. So we both have a little different support that we're putting in, but it's going to make a huge difference for both of us. And there is a lot of rigidity because braced across from here to here for the trans, well, this is the loop, the trans, got the trans, the loop here. It is going to be extremely stout. And then the back here will have a bar as well. So yeah, so pretty much done, guys. Thanks for checking this out. Thanks for sticking with me. All right, so the pros and cons, let's see here. Cons. When I was putting in the pockets right back here, I put in these slits. You guys remember in the videos I put a couple a couple slits that I put in and I welded in. Actually, it's right here. I welded those in right there. Hindsight being 2020, I would have put in, I would have plug welded. I would have put in some holes in the outside and the exterior frame, and then plug welded that to the pocket itself. Instead of putting all the heat in like I did, caused a little bit of warpage, which I fixed. Everything else, really pros, really liked using the washers to line up the bolts, put in the second bolt hole, so that's in both of them. I really like these RideTech mono leaf springs. They are super light, and all the videos, everything I've watched on them, other people talking about Woody's Hot Rodz, and a bunch of other places, they rave about them. Really good stability, and just the car performs really well. It's rigid, but also because the front springs are progressive, you can get into the corners, but you can drive it around on regular streets, and it's not really rigid. You know, it's not going to hurt your back or anything like that driving around. Another pro, I really like that CPP on these back pieces. They aren't just straight pieces of metal that come down. I've talked about this before, but it comes down at an angle, so it comes down angles back, so that definitely is gonna, the lateral movement isn't gonna be there, you know, side to side, so that's not there. I did weld in these little braces at the top. I don't know that you really need them, but I don't know. I Tim Allen everything, so I went a little extra there. Everything lines up. Everything's good. I'm glad that I boxed in the frame here with the 3/16 steel. I feel like it's solid. I don't have to worry about anything happening. All my welds, I was able to really get good penetration in because it was 3/16 on 3/16, not 3/16 on, gosh, this isn't even 12 gauge steel. It's just so incredibly thin. Yeah, so pretty excited. It did take a while doing it this way. Doing it the way I did take a while, but I'm learning and having fun while I'm doing it, so better than just sitting in front of the TV. Unless you're watching YouTube and watching Montana Garage or Half Rods or going to Rusty Wrenches or 55 210. Little drop for those guys. But yeah, guys, I hope you had fun. I hope I was somewhat entertaining and didn't bore you to death. And more than anything, I hope this helps someone else that's thinking about doing this conversion. Once again, if you are doing this with that reverse eye, that's probably the one thing you're going to want to do is cut that relief right here and support it, you know. But yeah, it's going to work out really good. Everything, plenty of clearance all the way around. I hope this helps someone else out there. Once I get the top welded in, those little things I was talking about, those little relief cuts I put in. Oh, that was another thing. I'm glad that I cut the frame on, because it's a two-piece frame. I'm glad that I put a little slit on the top of the frame to get the pocket in. Then I was able to get it in nice and level, and then just go back and weld the top of it. What else? Yeah, took a little while, but it was fun. I had a blast. I'm excited to see this become a roller. We're pretty close. Well, it's going to take me a little while, I'm sure, but theoretically, we're pretty close to making it a roller. Just gonna, I've got to get that, like I said, that centerpiece. Once I get that on there, then I'll bolt the front end back, or bolt the A-arms and everything back on, and I have to paint everything. I'll use Chassis Saver. For those of you guys who haven't used Chassis Saver before, I like it a lot. Go to Rusty Wrench's YouTube channel. He talks about it on there. I've used it before for my C10, Grandpa D, for his A-arms and the trailing arms, because I've got to do a conversion on him. And it's like a powder coat. It's really thick. It goes on well. It flows. I just brushed it on, and it doesn't look like it's brushed on. It levels out really well, and it's protective. And then I painted it over the top with VHT chassis and roll bar black, so it gives it a nice shiny look. If you want to do that, up to you. But that's what I'll be doing here with my dad's frame as well. Hey, I got to tell you something really cool. So a couple weekends ago, my father and his girlfriend came up to visit, and he got in here in the garage with me, and we got a chance to look at his chassis. If you ever get a chance to do something for your parents, mother, father, that they really like, it's priceless. You know, my dad it was so cool. He got in here and he started measuring everything and checked the level, and he got really excited. Yeah, it's coming together, you know, and yeah, there's nothing like it to see them smile and get excited about something that you can do for them. So if your parents are still around and you can do that, then yeah, take advantage of it. Don't take it for granted, for sure. It's a blessing to have them around and in your life. So thanks, guys, for listening to the word of advice. All right. So, guys, thanks again for watching. Appreciate you guys just checking out my channel. Once again, I hope this helps somebody out that's doing the same thing. Let's see if I can do that. Doing that same conversion. Get some meats under the back. And, yeah, guys, have a great day, time, night, whatever it is. And we'll talk to you later. Please check out the YouTube channels I normally tell you guys about. They're down below in the description. I'll also include Woody's Hot Rodz and all the other Danchuk, for sure. Their instructions down below as well if you want to do this. Thanks, guys. Take care. Guys and gals, take care. We'll talk to you later.